Hello YouTubers, me Pagey here once again with another video for you guys. And if you can tell by the title, in this video we're going to be going through the 7 best Marvel and DC movies coming out in 2016. So this video is actually suggested by a subscriber, and the subscriber was Pero Kokic. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. But he asked it was basically the 5 best Marvel and the 5 best DC movies coming out in like the next, like brief period of time, like 5 years or something. But I changed the question around, just condensed it into a joint list, and also for next year because there's a decent amount of movies coming out next year. So if you want me to make a video in regards to anything, make sure to leave it in the comments, because that's what he did, and now I'm making a video on it. So remember to like the video, and also make sure to leave any comments in regards to what you would list these movies in. Now there's actually 7 movies coming out next year from both Marvel and DC. And I've just ranked them from 7, the least one I'm looking forward to, and number 1 being the one I'm most looking forward to. So leave them if you want to, you don't have to, just a suggestion. And also make sure to subscribe if you are new. So first I will give an honourable mention, and it's not really honourable, just that that movie Sinister Six, which they sort of tried to set up at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, was meant to be coming out in 2016. But it looks like that movie's just been like scooped to the side, just chucked in the bin completely, because I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if they actually came out and officially said they weren't making it. I think everyone just forgot about it. So yeah, just saying that movie was meant to come out right at the end of next year. I think like December 2016, but just looks like it's not coming out at all. So at number 7 we have Gambit. Now Gambit is set to be coming out on October 7th, so towards the end of the year, and I put Gambit as my least one I'm looking forward to, just due to the fact that they haven't even started filming it. Now I'm recording this like towards the end of August, and I don't think they've started filming it. And also there was like Channing Tatum was leaving, and then he's back, and then he's joining again, and he's leaving. So it looks like it's all over the joint, and I would not actually be surprised if this got pushed back. So at the moment it's meant to be coming out at the end of 2016, but as I said, I'm recording this at the end of August in 2015, so it could be pushed into 2017, which would not surprise me at all. So I'm just saying it might be pushed back, but at the moment it's coming out in 2016, and it'll be an okay movie, but I think Gambit isn't entitled to a solo movie. Like I prefer maybe like a Cyclops movie, or even like, yeah, maybe like a Cyclops movie would probably be the one I'd be most looking forward to. Number 6 we have another Fox movie, and that's actually X-Men Apocalypse. Now I like the X-Men movies. Obviously number 3 wasn't that great, and Origins wasn't that great. I thought the Wolverine was actually a very good movie, and a bit underrated. I think people gave it just a bit of hate just due to the fact that it was the sequel to that X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. But X-Men Apocalypse doesn't look too bad, but I really don't like some of the casting choices, because you've got to remember that like it's set in the 1980s, so it's younger versions. So it's like a young Cyclops, a young Jean Grey, a young Nightcrawler, and some of the casting's okay, but I think I just have a few issues with the movie. I just don't think it's going to live up to a lot of people's expectations. Apocalypse is a really massive character, and he doesn't look like a villain. He doesn't look like he's going to be that threatening, so hopefully the movie is good, but really, in regards to my expectations, I don't think it's going to be that great. But I'll still go see it. I'm still looking forward to seeing it, but just not as much as some of these other movies. By the way, that comes out on May 27th, for those that are wondering. And number 5, we actually have a movie which I might get some hate for putting at number 5, because I'm actually looking forward to it, but just that, once again, it's a bit like casting choices, and I'm a bit how you're going with. And number 5 actually have Doctor Strange, and that comes out, it's the last movie coming out in 2016. That actually comes out November 4th, and the reason I put Doctor Strange at number 5 behind some other ones is the fact that I know people might get angry, but I'm just not the biggest fan of Benedict Cumberbatch, and it wasn't that bad in some other stuff like Sherlock Holmes, but then you're just in everything, and you just sort of get sick of seeing someone in everything. So I reckon it'll still be a very good movie. There's also, I think, more the fact that it's sort of like a new movie. Like it's sort of like Ant-Man, I guess you could say. Like Ant-Man was a really good film, but just that Doctor Strange is going to have its own thing. It's not going to really be intertwined with any of the other movies. I know it's in the cinematic universe, but it's not like Iron Man's going to pop up or anything like that. So it's going to be its own movie, developing its own character, and I like Doctor Strange, but there's just the other movies I'm looking forward to more. So at number 4, I actually have Suicide Squad, which comes out on August the 5th, once again, for those that are wondering. And I put Suicide Squad at number 4 because it looks like it's going to be a pretty good movie, but it's also got characters which, they're not the biggest characters. Like, it's just going to be a really fun movie to watch. I don't think it'll be unbelievably well written, because I think it's just a movie that you're going to go and have fun with. And I think that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be one of those movies you go have a really good time, and it doesn't have to be unbelievably well written. While the other ones I've got ahead of it, actually one of them's probably not, but the other two in front of Suicide Squad, I think are just going to be more story based. Well, I think Suicide Squad's sort of just going to be a really fun movie to watch. And number 3, I've got Captain America Civil War. Now, I've put Captain America Civil War number 3 just due to the fact that I know it's loosely based on the comic book, and I say loosely based just because of the premise, but really it's missing a lot of characters, and I think it's still going to be a very good movie. But the best thing about the comic book story arc of Civil War is just like everyone's involved, like Fantastic Four, X-Men, all of them are involved, and the fact that they're not going to be in this movie, it's going to be like 5 versus 5, maybe 6 versus 5. It's not going to really have that same feel, and there's only going to be one villain involved, or maybe 2, we really don't know, but I don't know. I think it's still going to be a very, very good movie. It's just the fact that the lack of characters is sort of not getting it above some of the other movies in front of it. Now, for those wondering, Captain America Civil War is meant to come out May the 6th in America, but with these Marvel Studios movies, they actually come out, I'm in Australia, and they come out in Australia like almost 2 weeks before they do in America. Because I remember when I uploaded my Avengers, I know I'm getting a bit off track here, but when I uploaded my Age of Ultron Easter eggs videos, people were saying that I was a liar, because the movie hadn't come out in America yet, but it had been out in Australia for a couple of days. So at number 2, I actually have Deadpool. Now, obviously, everyone's going to be able to guess what number 1 is, but I'll get through Deadpool now. Deadpool actually it's the first movie coming out next year. It comes out February 11th in Australia, and I think February 12th or 13th in America and like England and stuff like that. Now, the reason I put Deadpool at number 2 is just due to the fact that we've been waiting since the calamity and just destruction that was X-Men Origins Wolverine, we've just been waiting for a good Deadpool movie, because we knew they were game to put Deadpool in a film. So the fact that he's able to get his own solo film, we know it's going to be just fun to watch because of Ryan Reynolds just fits Deadpool really, really well. We know it's going to get an R rating, so they can do mostly whatever they want, and it's got Colossus in it, it's got some good characters, and I think it's going to be a really, really fun movie. Similar to like Suicide Squad. It may not be the best written movie, it's just going to be really funny, really fun to watch, and just really action-packed, and just really bloody as well. And the number 1 choice, which I think everyone already knows by now, is coming out on March 25th. Supposedly, I might be wrong there. I'm pretty sure it comes out March 25th. I googled the hell out of it, so I better be right with that release date. And that is Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, I've really just put this movie in here because this is just the epic movie. Now, I think if there's an Avengers movie coming out in the same year, I think they would really be battling out for the number 1. But because this is like the big motherfucker, if you know what I mean. Like, this is going to be the epic movie that this should be like the highest grossing movie of the year, I think. I'm not too sure what else is coming out next year in regards to like non-superhero movies, but this will probably be the box office hit. This will probably make the most money, and just due to the fact that it's got Batman, it's got Superman, it's gonna have Wonder Woman, it's gonna have the Flash supposedly, Aquaman, I think Cyborg, it's got Lex Luthor, it's gonna have obviously General Zod in there, and we might even get some Doomsday from what everyone's putting together. So this is going to be a massive movie. I don't know how long. Hopefully it goes for like 2.5 hours, sort of like what Age of Ultron went for, just so we get a lot of content in there and they aren't skipping some stuff. But yeah, I just think Batman vs Superman is just going to be one of those movies where you will go see it at midnight, you will go see it on the first day it comes out at like 10 AM whenever the cinemas open. It's just going to be one of those movies that even like non-comic book readers are just unbelievably excited for and cannot wait to see. Which I think really the only movie that can really compete with that in this list is Deadpool, just because the trailer is really appealing just to the general audience and doesn't really need like that comic book or superhero fan to really be drawn to it. It just looks funny. You got Ryan Reynolds in there, who's a pretty big draw card for like comedy movies and stuff like that. So yeah, so Batman vs Superman is my number 1 choice. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave any comments in the comment section below, like your list, or if you disagree with any of my choices, like you might want Suicide Squad at number 1, I've put it at 4. Even Doctor Strange might be your number 1 choice, and I've put it at 5. Hell, Gambit might be your number 1 choice, who knows. But anyway, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new. Leave any video suggestions for me, because obviously we've got about a month and a half, or maybe not a month and a half, but like 5 weeks until all the TV shows come back. So I've got a lot of time to make videos that you guys want to see, so make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.